Okay guys, part 2 on the Patreon. This is for January 2022 for the Creative Collective Unconscious, or whoever resonates with this reading. Spirit of gratitude, joy, love, and light. You brought us so much kind of love and inspiration on the first reading, so I thank you for that. Please, any messages again for January 2022, all signs and or whoever resonates with this reading. Yeah, man, I mean, you guys got the 4 of Wands times 3. That is like having 3 11 wishes. Something big is coming. I just kind of interpret it as going to be above and beyond your expectations. I think karmically you've done the work. I think spiritually you've done the work. I think you've kept good kind of spiritual hygiene and etiquette, not just giving your access to just anybody. And again, I think this is a very kind of high vibe, high tribe channel, and the viewership, again, it's a few chosen people that are going to get these messages, but I feel like it's very kind of poignant. So okay, Spirit, what else do you want from us? Let's see. Okay, Knight of Wands in the reverse. This is just continuing to kind of have healthy outlets for energy. The 9 of Wands is here. Spirit, should I take those cards? Yes or no? No, don't take them. And the card came out in the reverse, so it's telling me not to take them. The 9 of Wands came out here again in the upright. This is kind of pushing yourself. This is a wounded warrior. This is the person that is kind of overexerting themselves and is not feeling like they're getting their due or their compensation here. This is kind of a martyr, sacrificial lamb type energy where you've fallen into the backdrop. Maybe you're playing a more kind of background role. Okay, maybe you're in like the service industry. Maybe you're more so someone that serves others, but I feel as though that this is a part of your karma in a healthy, positive way, and you're learning a lot from kind of having this more background role. It doesn't mean that you're not the center of your own kind of movie in life. It doesn't mean that you're not the lead character. Again, that Knight of Wands is healthy. There's a level between healthy expression and then overexerting yourself to the point of burnout here. This Knight of Wands is the healthy promotion of this kind of energy versus this is just like kind of overexerting yourself. Now these offset again here, like to do the tarot math. You guys know me by now on this channel. The Knight of Wands offsets the 9 of Wands to leave the 8 of Wands. That's Sagittarius. Travel, ambitious. It's a very ambitious nature that is causing this burnout. So don't be afraid to take some days off. Don't be afraid to rearrange your schedule. You don't have to work out every single day. Don't be afraid to have playful communication again, because that's the nature of the 8 of Wands. But get prepared, get ready, because there is something coming with the 8 of Wands in the upright. Okay, that is incoming communication. Okay, there's heartbreak here. Okay, sadness, loss again, more so mourning energy from the past, but we're not looking at the past, are we? The Page of Cups in the reverse is not attuned to the kind of bigger picture. So you want to remain attuned to that bigger spiritual nature, which I think is like what we're doing with the first and the beginning of the second half of this reading, is that we're looking ahead here, not so as to sacrifice the present moment, but you could feel it in your bones. You could feel it in your DNA that something good is coming because you're doing the work. You might be, practicing abstinence. You might be practicing sobriety. You might, meaning, not drinking or taking any substances. And telling you that's charging you up. That's charging you up, and your gravitational pull is getting bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger. Something's coming to a broil here, a roaring broil. The 10 of Pentacles in the reverse is leaving an institution, leaving a marriage, again, something that may have fallen apart. Karmically, 2 individuals could have just no longer been tuned in to the same frequency. It may have been that someone took a more spiritual path or a more spiritual nature. It may have been that somebody was more physically oriented in this kind of earthly material world or realm or capacity. The Ten of Pentacles does point to the 9, though. It does point to the 9 of Pentacles in the upright. Now remember, that card in the first half of your reading came out in the reverse. So this is being scooped up quickly off the market. It's like a #1 draft pick being scooped up quickly by a sports team. The Ten of Pentacles points to the 9 in the upright. The 9 in the upright is someone looking like $1 million, feeling like $1 million, smelling like $1 million. Because despite this fallout, which actually may have been the catalyst for you to bloom, in which case I think you're kind of picking up on that with the 9 of Swords in reverse, so you're not worried about it because you feel like you're in this position where the ball's in your court, the momentum is on your side. Because again, what gives you confidence and assurance is that kind of sweat equity that you've been putting in. You know, the road work that you've been putting in, the time that you've been putting in, in your craft. And if you feel like maybe you haven't been doing that, well, now's the time to kind of buckle down and do that. The 9 of Swords in the reverse is coming out of this worrisome energy, staying present, staying focused on what you can do, what you can offer, the value that you can give, where you're empowered. It points to the 8 of Swords in the upright, which would be the opposite, which would be more so of a trapped energy. 3 of Swords in the upright offsets this 9 in the reverse. That leaves us with 6 in the reverse. 6 in the reverse is focused on that harmonious nature. Things might seem in conflict or chaotic externally. That's when you go inside with the 6 of Swords in reverse. It's not a call for travel. It's not a call for movement or relocation. If it came out in the upright, then it would be more so a call for external movement, travel, or relocation. This is more so focused on your relaxing, peaceful holidays. Be away from the drama. This focuses on internal harmony. That's what the 6 of Swords in the reverse refers to. The external version of that would be the 5 of Swords in the upright, which the 6 in the reverse points to. That's the cutting of a cord, a loss, sadness, sorrow, maybe even betrayal here that you see here with the 3 of Swords in the upright. But yeah, those 6 hanging swords in the reverse, just internal harmony, just ebb and flow, ebb and flow. It's a beautiful, harmonious movement and moment. We spoke to sobriety, we spoke to celibacy, practices where you're abstaining from letting your energy just kind of drip away and fall away and, be given or taken away freely. We talked about not giving yourself access to people, places, but that goes for things and lifestyles as well. 3 of Cups, again, is more so of an energy of sobriety, coming out of this party mode, party phase. It points to leaving a third-party situation as well if you feel like there was some infidelity or that maybe somebody wasn't full in committed to a relationship. Somebody kept a door open or an eye, open and available to seeing what else is out there. Well, the 3 of Cups in the reverse points to the 2 in the upright. So now it's a narrowing in, it's a zooming, focusing in to the 2 of Cups, which is your soulmate energy. This is why you have enthusiasm with the Page of Wands in the upright. This is youthful exuberance. This is being geared up and ready to go. It's almost as if you're conditioning and training yourself to kind of get up and go. You have this very kind of get up and go energy here with the Page of Wands in the upright. Almost as if to call this response here with the 8 of Wands in the upright, incoming communication. You get the signal, it's time to go. Let's run and do that. Run and gun after all, right? What else can we say here? Just making sure, I think a lot of the time, the energy, because these offset now, right? So then we're left with this 9 in the upright. What this speaks to is you tend to not get as burned out when you're doing things for yourself. When you're doing things on someone else's dime, if you're trying to please someone else, this is where you can feel like you're being left hanging, or you're you're left with feelings of feeling cut short or at a loss or in the deficit. Okay, so make sure that you're acting. The wands are about action, making sure that you're acting out of what is genuinely kind of pulling you and intriguing you, not in this kind of low vibrational way where you're just doing things over and over again, like negative drinking buddies and drinking patterns and lifestyles, but that you're really kind of being called down your road, down your path. And there's an inner knowing here with the King of Swords in reverse here, that moving, traveling down your path here is very much so featured in that Nine of Wands. Now again, you want to do it on your own dime. You want to do it with your own passion, with your own incentive and your own motive. And so that's going to be something that you're kind of geared to look to and towards in the next kind of incoming relationship that you're pulling in, okay? Anything else in conclusion? Anything else in conclusion, Spirit? Okay, you got the Four of Cups in the upright. This is asking you, this is begging and pleading you to remain emotionally open and available. Know how far you've come. This includes counting your current blessings, which are these 3 cups here. Okay, typically this is somebody who's blocking their heart space. Their heart space, they're not available. But this kind of Ace of Cup-esque energy here with this bloom on the petal, this is saying, just before you thought that, all was lost, there's something coming. Okay, so save your tears. And, I feel as though you're going to get this kind of incoming offer here. You're going to get this incoming offer here, and it's going to be that much more sweet because you're finding new kind of angles of gratitude. I'll say that, especially if you did have a situation where you had to separate living conditions or rearrange living conditions, and you're finding a newfound freedom and love and enjoyment with this Nine of Pentacles energy. Again, that 10 in the reverse points to the 9 in the upright, referring to freedom, stability, being on your own, independence. These 9s are about independence here. Okay? Even the 9 of Swords in reverse, believe it or not, because this is an independence and a freedom of thought and thinking. Nobody's here to control you anymore in a good way. So if you're resonating with that, feel free to take that. But ultimately, this is really kind of getting to the core of what you enjoy and what you love and what you can be grateful for. It could be a hot cup of coffee, a black coffee. It could be a hot shower. It could be your cozy, comfortable bed. These simple creature comforts that you're being asked to remember and build off of that momentum and dream and add to that. Now, these 3 cups offset with this 4 cup in the upright, but what did I say? I said that Ace of Cup-esque energy off the bloom here. That's what's actually left. Okay, so you're crying into the past. This could be, again, more that 3 of Swords, the tears. You see thematically the tears here. Well, guess what? This is taken away. Shake, shake, shake out. Taken away by this, and now you're left with this Ace. This Ace of Cup is a brand new offer. Okay. Let's see. And you're gonna, part of this kind of Page of Cup in the reverse energy is an emphasis on that kind of spiritual nature, that spiritual practice of gratitude. Okay, and not phoning it in, not faking, not being phony, but, really kind of build, like I said, if you need a place to start, it could be the simplest, hey, I enjoy a carbonated soda beverage, sparkling water, and just kind of like building off of that. There's so much simple joy and pleasure that you could get from building off of that momentum. It's a snowball effect. And then before you know it, full steam ahead with the Knight of Swords in the upright. Typically Taurus Gemini season, but it doesn't have to be relegated to that season. This is more of an energy of like this impassioned, like, yes, like laser beam focus. I know where I'm going, and that's what I'm going to do. And in the context of a love, it could be someone that that is undeniably for you, and you're just like, that's my person. But it's going to be reciprocated, is what I'm getting. I'm getting that it's going to be reciprocated. There's that Six of Swords that we talked to, that internal harmony is going to allow you to see clearly, and it's hopefully, again, going to be reciprocated. It could even be this King of Pentacles. It could be a masculine energy. It could be an Aries or a Taurus energy. I'm getting this emphasis on reciprocation. Okay, where it's not enough to be like that's my person, but because you're gonna have this internal balance within you, you're going to wait to kind of like cut the rope and release the slingshot, so to speak, in this Knight of Swords energy, when you know that person feels the same way about you. And you're learning with that Emperor energy to have the patience enough to wait for that. You're knowing that it's worth the wait is what I'm getting here. Okay. What else can I say here? Everything else is looking good. Again, just avoid conflict with anything from the past. I'm getting just some more so energy of just, moving forward and letting those cups be taken away and for that new Ace of Cup energy to come down the pipeline. Now, guys, I always advise and suggest that you watch all of the love readings and all of the money readings, part 1s and part 2s, because if you want to kind of take a wide lens view on what we're doing here, is we all have aspects of the ruling zodiac signs, Aries through Pisces. They represent houses 1 through 12 in the default astrological birth chart for everybody. So we're building momentum as we move through the signs, and in respect to what the houses have to say about us. Aries rules the mind, Taurus, the second house, rules value. So all these different sectors are going to give you a different approach, a different angle to look at love or to look at money, whatever the main theme and topic is. So I highly advise and suggest to do a little bit of homework, do a little bit of a research, arm yourself with knowledge. Sagittarius season in Western astrology, it's a great time to do so, and really see all the different influences of the different astrological houses and what those values are for all 12 of those houses, and all the different dimensions that they bring to the table that you actually carry with yourself as an individual. And again, those would be different, angles in which to look at the theme overall of what we're talking about. Mainly love and money, but love through the lens of the first house, through the lens of the second house. So you don't literally have to be that zodiac sign, but you can also do a little bit of a variation, a differential on the interpretation. If you have a particular moon sign, rising sign, things of that nature, feel free to have fun with that. But I like to think that you could get a little something from each one of the zodiac signs. So I'll leave you with that. On to Aries, and I love you guys and I appreciate your time and support. I'll let you boy. Peace.